What's up, everybody? This is Grace and Glory. Watch this. Yes, sir. Let me introduce you to the Glorykick. So here's what's going on. Turn this on slow-mo. There is a magical sweet height right about here. It's pretty much exactly on the Final Destination top blast zone. If you Falcon kick from here, it auto cancels, but also makes a hitbox. And you can act out of this any way you want. It's cool as hell. It's also extremely useless because the only way that you're going to get up there that high is if you're in disadvantaged state. You can't get up there on your own. There's just here. I mean, it's not even close. Ain't happening. So you're only going to be able to get there if you're already in disadvantage. So good luck trying to actually land this, but it is really cool, and it's actually kind of really strong. Take a look at a few of the different properties this thing has. Yeah. First and foremost, here's how you're going to want to test this out in training mode. Take a bullet bill, shoot up. You can use your double jump here if you want to get a better shot at freehanding it, you know, to just get more consistent with it. It's tricky. Yeah, the height is really not very forgiving, and you are going to want to, if you're determined to use this, no, too low, then you're going to want to get a good handle on it, right? There we, nope, just a little bit off. It's tricky. Too high. I find it easier to do on actual Battlefield, and I'll get to that in a minute, or not on actual Final Destination. Training mode is a little bit rough. It's nice to have the little unit markers there, but that's not how I. There we go. That's not how I learned how to do it in an actual game. So I'll get to that in just a minute, just to give you a quick look at how you want to mess with this in training mode. So it's very precise. You can only do it from your own disadvantaged state, but let's look at what we can do with it anyway. Oh yeah, and did I mention it's +9. Now, something to note about this is because you're not doing this on your own, you're doing this after being launched, you need to factor in your own rage. Falcon can't get that high up on his own, he just can't. So make sure that in training mode you're at a high percent and stale moves is set to on so that rage is a factor. Otherwise, your percent ranges for what you're practicing are just not going to be there. It's not going to be the same as 0. Now, there's something else that I want to show you guys that I found very, very recently, and it's super interesting. Looks pretty useless, but super interesting. Let's see if I can just pull it off here. Here we go. I'm going to use my double jump, Falcon kick. Oh, would you look at that? That was another double jump, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. You can actually reset your double jump with this technique. Now, it only works... Unfortunately, this is not melee. We can't just use this for infinite recovery. Here's what's actually happening. I'm going to see if I can get this in slow-mo. What's happening here is... Oh, here. set this forward. Just here we go. Okay, check this out. Check this out. So here's what's actually happening. This is a bit hard to see, so I'm going to zoom the camera in on him. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I kick. Okay. Take a look at this. Unfortunately, he's moving too fast for the zoom to be very useful, so yeah, kind of a lost cause there. Does not actually touch the ground, but his foot goes way into the ground. See? There was previously a glitch that allowed you to reset your double jump by air dodging into the ground, because for a moment you touched the floor and it considered you to have landed, even though you never actually did. You were still in the air dodge animation. This, I believe, is just the same exact thing happening, but with Falcon Kick being used in an unintended way. Now, if you were very eagle-eyed, then that last frame might have reminded you of something else. And you would be right, because look at this. What's my method here? 4 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4 after buffering double jump, and then Falcon Kick. Just for the sake of getting it consistent for the video, yeah? If you take a look at this, that exact same frame this one here, where you're active, is the same exact kind of weird height that you need to do a scarb. It's the exact same thing. So if you get that exact height, you can double jump out of it or you can scarb into it. So it's just kind of interesting that they overlap like this. Something's weird with Falcon's model, I guess. But that is what I wanted to cover today. That is the Glorykick and the weird little double jump reset thing, which, for lack of a better name, I'm just going to call the Glory Jump. So have fun with this. It's really stupid, very impractical. You're probably not going to ever land this, but you can definitely try. It's pretty fun to go for. Now, on a more practical note, this is mostly just for fun, right? Glorykick, Glory Jump, that's mostly just for having a good time. But it is worth knowing when your Falcon Kick will auto-cancel, because it's a rare niche landing mix-up that you can kind of leverage. You know, it's nice to have it in your back pocket. And if you know when it can do some other cool shit, well, then more power to you. You know what I mean? Earlier I mentioned that I had a better way of getting the right height outside of just the training stage. In real games, I use the blast zone box to judge my height. This is nice for a couple reasons. Since it's just a dot, you don't have to worry about any animations making Falcon's height ambiguous. It's also a bit of a blind spot. You're too high for the camera to see you, but not high enough to get the magnifying glass. The stall and fall timing mix-up combined with the blind spot might just be enough to land this on someone someday. And that's about really all I wanted to cover. Glorykick, Glory Jump. They're fun, they're useless, go nuts.